Good morning, YouTube. It's a beautiful day. I got my water bottle and there's the water bottle and my sun shirt. But I'm starting off without it just to see how long I can last. I've got my sunscreen. We're ready to roll. Today is exciting for me because I think today is the final push for where I want to be on the progress for the house update. So I've said before in other videos that we have a progress trek coming up in August. It's August. If you haven't noticed, I sure have. And we are ready to get that turned in and see, go ahead and get passed on our progress. And then on to the next thing. We'll have another progress check in a period of time. And then, but until then, we can work on diversifying our day a little bit. So today, the goal probably is to work all day for us for this push. We want to do, let me just put my junk down over here. Well, John just brought up the power unit. Good morning, John. Good morning. And we want to do finish this level that we're on, and then hopefully see how far we can get towards the next level as well. So that's the goal today. You can see yesterday's work, or whenever it was last. I can't remember because we were doing fencing and all this other stuff too. But you can see I've got it mostly level. There is still a slight dip here. This was a very big deficit back there that I'm hopefully going to close up on this next level. And then I have these small bags to do in these places as well. So we're going to work on small bags first because it's very satisfying. They're done quick. We're going to do that. At some point today, you may see me doing this as well. Got to clean this up because we're getting low on our other AB pile over there, and we need to use all that we can over here. So lots to do today. Thank you for joining us back here at Wiki Up Knoll. We're going to get started. I'm going to get the bags ready to go. I'm going to measure off some pieces where we're going to go. I'm going to get the ramp set where they need to go, and we're going to see what that looks like in a few minutes. All right, John's doing his first mix. I've got the first bag loaded. I was going to start with short bags, but you know what? I have one more long bag. It's this one from here all the way across these seams up to there. And then after that one, I'll have a short bag there, and there. So all of them will be short bags. Oh, and there. So I figure if we start off getting this one done, actually we have to do this one before we can do the short ones. Then I'll be able to do just easy bags for the rest of this session. So I'll show you this one. I got the bags loaded. This is what we do next. This is our watering can. This bag has been tamped as of yesterday. Just can I mention, look how much bags we've got left on the first roll. We're getting down there. After we've done a bag and we're starting a new one, we re-wet the previous bag. It's just like in masonry when you're gonna do mortar or stonework or anything like that. You're gonna re-wet or wet the surface so that it accepts the new one. It'll bond together. And I really wet the first area where we're gonna be pretty well. I'm pretty much soaking it here. You can see it soaking in just to re-wet it. So and if anything's loose in this bag, we're getting ready to tamp it down through the other bag. So this is a long bag. It's very hot and dry where we live. It's the high desert. So I'm not going to wet the whole entire bag. I'm just going to go about halfway so that we don't, so it doesn't dry back up. I want it really wet and saturated while I'm working on it. So where I live, it will dry very, very quickly, and that's not what I want. So I actually ran out of water right there anyway. So we're doing half of the bag here, and then I'm going to start. John's got my first load. Woohoo! Quick. So what I'm going to do today too, I'm going to time how long it takes us to do one bag here. So it would be too long for this video, obviously, but what I'm going to do is look at my watch and tell you the starting time. I've got everything set so that when I put the camera down, we'll be ready to go. Right now it's 8:40 in the morning. We've done all our prep stuff. So I got 8:40 in the morning. It'll probably be 8:45 by the time I get the camera set. And we're gonna see how long it takes us to get from here all the way to here with 2 people mixing at this level. Well, 1 person mixing, 1 person tamping and doing this, and then the final look of the bag. So how long does this type of building take? We're gonna find out right now. So I'll put you on the time lapse so you can watch fast, and I'm gonna tell you how long you are really watching in just a minute. Okay, John's starting the next mix. We finished the bag, the long bag of this round. It's short ones from here. We started this at 8:45 approximately, not counting prep work and first mix and all of that. John still has to do the final tamp. I've tamped it like 3 times as I go. I usually tamp it to where I am, tamp it again, back up, tamp it again, and do that all the way through as far as I can get it. And then he does one final tamp with different arms, which is great. So right now, without the final tamp, it is 9:24 a.m. So it took us, with the final tamp, it's going to take us like 45 minutes to run this bag from here to there. And that distance is about 24 feet. So 24 feet of bag gains us about 5 inches in height. And I don't even know how many mixes he did. You could slow down the time lapse and look. But for 2 people, it takes 45 minutes approximately, give or take, to get this done, minus prep work, minus all that. So we try to be pretty efficient with like where we go efficiency wise, like where we put our bridges, how far we are from our mixing station, where we start and end the day. Because as you go, you get more and more tired as well. So there he goes. Final tamp on this bag. Woohoo, go John. It's also getting a little awkward. You might notice this is actually kind of a sweet spot level where we're just about ground level for our wheelbarrow. But you can see once we get above this level, you might have noticed in the video that I'm kind of, as I'm standing on the bags, I'm reaching down into the wheelbarrow. Normally the wheelbarrow is, for me, I'm 5'7", I'm 5'6", sorry. It's about just over my knee, so reaching down is not a big deal. But once you get, 5 inches up above that, it's just a little more awkward, and 5 inches above that's a little more awkward. So you can't really reach down. It's better to have a person handing you stuff. And we've got 2 people, so we can't do that all the time. So as we get higher on this build, you're gonna see us working out different ideas to bring the dirt from wheelbarrow ground level up the wall to us in an efficient manner. So right now in the sweet spot, it takes us 45 minutes to do a long bag across from north to south on our house build. But later we'll have to add time to that because we'll be transferring dirt from wheelbarrows to buckets to scaffolding up on the wall, climbing up and down. So it is labor intensive if you're thinking of doing this. And if you're wondering why I time lapse it, it's because it would take you all day to watch one of these videos with just a little bit of progress. So it is slow progress, but it's satisfying progress. We are definitely getting the workout in. And it makes me feel great to have our longest bag done this morning. And now we're going to do short bags. And thinking of efficiency, I have 1 ramp set up right now. Without moving that ramp, I can do this bag because we can reach the dirt right here. I can do that bag over there and this bag right here. So I'm going to do those 3 bags before we move anything. And then we'll move the ramp over to there to get to that last bag. And then we can do this bag. And then we'll need to move the ramp to get to this bag. So this one's actually going to be tricky. I'm just thinking this out loud because if I do that bag next, it's going to be just above grade level you can see the ramp is sitting on that bag right now. If we bring the dirt in here, we already have a speed bump we can't get over and a ditch. So the only way to get to this bag is across there. So that means actually I have to move the ramp before we do any of those other bags, because I need to get to this bag. It would be landlocked or bag locked, as it were. So I'm going to move the ramp to there, to this bag, then that bag, that one, and that one, or that one, and that one. So it's a lot of thinking. It's kind of like a little game, a puzzle. It's kind of challenging in different ways than stick built, but it's still fun. We're having a good time. We're taking our time, not getting in a rush, because you just can't. And that's what we're doing. So I hope you're enjoying it and seeing how long it actually takes, not in fast motion. And I'm going to go ahead and set up for this as our next bag. Thanks for helping me figure that out, YouTube. I appreciate it. So we're now 5 minutes in, and John's still tamping, by the way. It's now 9:30. So, you know, or 9:27, I should say. So it takes a long time. 45 minutes, 24 feet of bag. All right, this bag, it is now 9:50. So this bag took us 20 minutes from where you last saw us on the time lapse. So from moving the ramp, creating the bag for this section, measuring it off, putting the material in, tamping it down, doing all the things. Now we're moving to the second one. This is about 10 feet, maybe 11 feet of bag. So 20 minutes for 11 feet of bag from start to finish prep wise. We're using a mixer, which speeds it up a little bit because it can be mixing while we're transferring it. So it's almost like having 2 people makes it like 3 people, because he can load the mixer, have it mixing, bring the mix to me. I can be doing this. He can go back, finish the mix. By the time he comes back to get the other one, I'm done with the wheelbarrow, or he can help me finish it, and then it's ready. So we can kind of overlap our jobs and stuff with 2 people. So each time you add a person, it's like you're getting 2 people, or maybe it's just that John's like 2 people because he's quick. And together we've worked out kind of a rhythm on the system that we like, and everybody kind of works their own rhythm. Some people have a lot of people in their family when they do this, and they just make like bucket chains and they do it. I've seen people doing one person doing this. It just takes a lot longer because you're having to do the buckets, make it stand up on its own while you go get more dirt, bring it back, fill the bucket, move it, tamp it, the whole 9. So this way we're able to kind of overlap each other with our jobs and make it go faster. So still slow going. It is now 10 a.m. and we've done 2 bags, about 35 feet worth of material in there. So we're going to move to this section, then that one, and then we're going to do the outer ones. So we'll catch up with you on the next round. I was going to show you this bucket. You may have noticed I have a little bit left on here. Every time I load a bucket, I just leave this piece on, because if you've watched before, you know I have sometimes a tendency to under measure. Most of the time I'm over measuring. And then I leave this on in case I need to, if I run out of bag, I can overlap it onto the bag at the end. So this is about 3 feet of bag. This is 2 5-gallon buckets stacked on each other. So it's about 3 feet high. So this stretches out to about 3 feet of extra bag in case I need it. So I just leave that piece on there. And if I pull a goofy move and undershoot my measurement on a bag, I'll be covered without much finagling. So that's what that's for. I'm going to measure this section off, wet it down, got another mix ready to go, and see how we can go. All right, small snafu, almost made it, but slow down and think. I was going to do this bag next, and then I realized when I got here, oh, wait a minute, I have to overlap this bag. This is my overlapping corner because this is my smallest room, and this one's slightly bigger. So the wall is outset, this one's inset. And so this bag I have to overlap it before I can do that bag. So I would have probably gotten almost done and been like, wait, too far. So I'm going to do this bag next, then the other ones. I'm going to have to cross over that bag to get to the one I'm standing on. So back in business. All right, here's the final bag on this side. So we have these two rooms are completely at the same level. We have two more bags left, this one and this one, short bags. We're running low on mix. Our AB mix, we purchased it so it spreads out as you use it. You can see over here, we got about two more mixes there. And then we do have more over here in our previous work area, but it's mixed in with boulders. So we're gonna break for lunch, and then we're gonna be out here sorting through this and getting the AB exposed so that we can use it and it doesn't get wasted. And we probably have just enough to finish these two short bags. It takes about 3 mixes, give or take, per bag on these short rows. So we're gonna do that, but you'll see us after we've had lunch because I need some peanut butter. Who else loves a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? It just makes everything much easier. So I do have a teeny bit of mix here. I'm gonna load a bag, get it started, tamp it in so we don't waste it, because it'll start to dry. You can see it's already starting to dry, the gray look there. So I'm gonna work on that real quick, and the next time you see us, we're gonna be over here moving rocks with shovels and wheelbarrow and pry bar. All right, I'm up on what will eventually be our retaining wall. You can see a lot has changed. We last saw you last saw us, I guess. We were doing this bag and that bag. In order to do those last two bags, we actually had to scrounge up all the AB and sort out the big boulders, which you guys didn't see because for some reason my camera did not record that. And I'm kind of bummed because I wanted to see us scurrying about. I used the tractor to move the larger boulders. Some of them would fit in the bucket, some of them would not. So these boulders will be used later for finished looks around corners and different things. And we may be ordering more, but they came with the AB mix. So they were all mixed in, and there was enough AB here for us to completely finish those two bags, as well as do some backfilling. And then we used the dirt from over here. The sun's going down. Big day, long day. To do the filling inside and outside. And then we also wrapped the hardware mesh around. We used rocks to steady it in places. When we put the next bag on, it will of course weight that down and it'll be embedded. We also used these little landscape staples. They're like 6 inches long, but sometimes because the bag, even pretty wet, was so hard, it won't go in all the way. So we'll be able to put the hardware mesh in permanently with the next bag layer, but we were trying to get it tacked over so that we could backfill, essentially. So we still have one room left to go on the backfill. You can see this is the kitchen. We'll be doing that room in the morning, but this day is done. And it is, we figured out that for the bags alone, this is 5 layers. For these bags, we used 35 tons of material. That's AB plus the gravel base that we put in. 35 tons. John and I moved 35 tons of material, and it's kind of sad because now it's all covered in and it doesn't look like that much. But I'm going to remember that by saying it on this video that we moved 35 tons just for the foundation, and that's not counting the backfill. How many ever tons it's taken us to backfill these ditches. These ditches were almost 2 feet deep and about 1.5 feet wide, and some wider in places. So that's a lot of dirt. That's a lot of material. And some of the backfill, we were able to use the tractor, of course, to bring piles. But then we had to move those piles by hand with the shovel. So it's a lot. I'm excited. I'm excited to see it looking like this. I'm excited for the next layers, because from here on out, I think 2 more layers is what I figured. Now, I think 2 more layers will be threshold layer. So we're going to be sitting above ground level, still above this, before we kind of finish our sort of foundation type stuff. So we still got some work to do, but this gets us to what's currently ground level. Our floor level will be 2 bags above this. We'll have interior floor a little higher than this dirt, obviously. So we still have lots of work to do, because then above that, it's got to go all the way up to the ceiling. So we'll see how that is, but not today. This is our point that I wanted to get to for our August progress check. And I'm very excited that we have made the goal that I had in mind for that progress check, and that we can pause for a moment on bags and start doing other bag projects, but other building projects. So I'm excited. This is a milestone for me. This is a big one. We got a lot done today. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed watching us move all that dirt over the last several weeks and months, really. And I hope you come back next week for our next update here at Wiki Up Knoll to see what we get into next. Because I'll tell you what, next week we're not going to be doing bags on this house site. I don't know what we'll do, but we'll be doing something. We got plenty, right? We got plenty to do around here. So check back in next week for the next update. If you like the video, please like it. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. What are you waiting for? There's so much more to come. We'll see you next week.